Hi, y'all. I'm Roger McCoy from 99.9 KISS Country, and I have Morgan Riley here with me. And she's housed down in Greenville, South Carolina. Came up the hill to visit with us here today. So, Morgan, tell us a little bit about yourself. First off, apparently you're like the Snow White of country music, because there's a story about a fawn and you singing and your dad going, "There's a magical moment in the forest."
Well, first of all, my dad's from West Virginia. He's a big hunter. He goes there like every year for like 3 months and stays. And so when we were little, we used to all go deer hunting. Of course, I was like 5, so I didn't really go out in the woods, but we used to do bow hunting in the car. And this time where we did get out and track a deer and stuff, I don't know, they told me the story. I was singing, I've always been singing since I was little, doing opera actually.
Okay.
And apparently a baby fawn came up and licked my hand.
Wow, a wild baby fawn. That is a Snow White moment.
Yes, I was Snow White that day.
Were there 7 little guys who followed out of the forest after that and said, "You are going to be a country artist"?
You know, I was a child, so the baby fawn was a baby. You could trust me. Sweet, I was going to hurt it.
So was it always country music that you wanted to do?
It wasn't. My dad always said I should have been a country music person, but I grew up listening to all genres of music, so I kind of don't listen to my parents when I'm younger. I went the other way.
Who does, right?
Complete opposite. So I kind of did pop R&B for a little bit, but realized that I should have listened to my daddy.
Okay.
And so back into the country thing, but I grew up listening to it.
So who are your influences then?
Well, growing up, my babysitters killed me with country music every day.
Well, God bless your babysitters.
I know. I love them. Clint Black, Garth Brooks, those were all their favorite things. Trisha Yearwood, Martina, and then now, you know, I love Reba and Carrie, and I still love Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift's a very talented young lady. She's
She
gone
is.
pop, but that's all right. God bless her.
I love her new music, too. I'm a loyal fan.
But look, make money while you can, because everybody knows at some point that's going to start to taper off. So I don't blame her, and if that's where you're headed to, correct?
Yes.
So,
And I can't forget Johnny Cash.
well, God bless Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson and Waylon.
Yeah, there's too many.
Oh, there's a lot of them. But so when you start writing music, what are some of the influences for you when you sit down?
Well, for me, writing, it just depends on like where I'm at. Sometimes I just get a song that comes to my head. I feel like it's the Lord that just brings me the melodies and the words, and different ideas just spark. Like I saw something, for instance, Katie on the album. This guy was treating this girl really bad, and he apparently hit her. So that inspired the song Katie.
Okay.
And just different things like Rowdy Shoutin' Cowboys. I was driving to Nashville for a voice lesson, and cowboys were checking me out in a pickup truck, so Rowdy Shoutin' Cowboys.
Of course they would, yes.
Came out. And Down South came out, which is my current single now. I was in the studio recording, and Jeff was putting down this awesome lead on another song, and it just inspired the Down South thing, because I'm a northern girl, but always had a southern heart, always wanted a country accent, and always wanted to find myself a homegrown boy, southern boy.
Oh.
So that's kind of what Down South's about.
So have you found him?
Yes.
And I understand you're engaged, correct?
I am.
So tell us how you met Prince Charming, if you will, since you're Snow White.
Well, actually, how I met him was through a mutual friend who he liked that he was pursuing that night.
Oh, stolen, cha-ching!
Well, she wasn't interested in that way. She kind of pawned him off on me.
Oh, nice. Listen, this guy just keeps following me around. He won't leave me alone.
No, she's like, well, he's cute, you know, and at the time I didn't know that, you know, he liked her and stuff, so. But we went to a Christian concert the next night.
Cool.
And it was Need to Breathe. And
Very cool.
that's kind of how we met, and we've been like 2 peas in a pod ever since. We'll be 3 years, April 26th.
All right, and you're getting married sometime this summer, correct?
June 20th.
Well, congratulations. That's
Thanks.
exciting. So he's very supportive of your music career.
He is. He watches the Pop Smiley.
Okay, you get to babysit the doggies. Now you're a big animal lover as well, correct?
Yes, I am.
And
They're my babies.
how many dogs do you have?
I have 3. One was his, 2 were mine.
Okay, so now it's a combined family
Yes.
of a pack of dogs.
2 big ones, 1 small.
All right, who had the small one? Tell me he had the small one. Tell me he had the small one.
Me.
Oh, okay, I was going to
And
say.
he's like, oh, dog.
Well, that's cool. So you also have some other campaigns you're trying to walk forward with, and that would be domestic violence. Now, do you feel comfortable enough to tell us a story of why you chose domestic violence?
Well, yes. I went through a similar situation dating a guy about a few years back. obviously way before 3 years.
Right.
But anyway, the situation was he just wasn't good to me, and the Lord got me out of that situation before. But you know what? That experience made me a songwriter. It opened up everything that was, and I always tried writing songs when I was little, but you know they didn't come out like they are now. And I think just when something traumatic happens to you, that just kind of opens up a doorway. And
Well, what would you say to ladies or even guys, because there are guys who suffer from domestic violence from the hands of their lady, and people don't think too much about that, but that does happen. What would you suggest to them? What's your advice to someone who's going through a situation like that?
get out, because that person, they need to love themselves before they can love you. And they're obviously going through some dark issues in their life. If they can't see it, then they need help before they can fix your relationship. I mean, they can't be in a relationship with you. So it's not only about the whole physical thing, it's the emotional thing. It really tears you down for a lot if you let it happen. And it's just not worth it. Your life's more precious. The Lord made you the way you are.
Amen.
And
Amen.
you know, you shouldn't have to go through that. You should be happy.
So, now that you are here at Kiss Country, this is your
Yes.
first step on your long journey to being a superstar. Where do you want to see yourself another 5 years from now? Now, isn't that a tricky question when you ask someone that? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Well, hopefully not in the unemployment line. That's always been my answer.
Thank you so much for winning this Grammy. I planned this speech since I was little, actually.
Really?
Yes.
So, go ahead, rehearse, go ahead. I'd like to hear the speech. Let's hear the
Oh my
Grammy
gosh,
speech.
first I would like to thank God and Jesus. I love you so much. Mom and Dad, you're amazing. Nanny, everyone at Skygen Records, Frank Green, I love you so much. My band, you guys are so supportive. My wonderful husband, because we don't have husband by then.
Right.
Thank you. All the fans, I love you. Radio guys, you're so awesome for playing my record. Promoters, everybody that's anyone helped, all my fans, I love you.
How many times have you rehearsed that in the mirror?
Only like 10,000.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please check her out. You can see other videos that she's put together right in this blog, and also a link to her Facebook and also her website. Again, Morgan Riley, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you so much, Roger.